Level 1, discount deals. This is the first rung of sponsorship for most athletes. And yeah, I'll call it sponsorship because it is support. There are two versions of it. If you don't label which one you have, then you'll stay stuck and confused. Version 1 is a loyalty discount. The shop's giving you a better price because you're a solid customer and you show up, you buy your stuff there, and you treat people right in the shop, and they look after you. Version 2 is a discount sponsorship. That's when the discount is tied to an exchange of value. You do something for them, they support you back, and the deal can grow over time. And it's important to specify which version your discount is. So here's a move that makes it a win no matter what they say. You ask them clean and simple, is this just a loyalty deal because I'm in here a lot, or are we calling this a discount sponsorship where I'll provide value back in return? Either answer is awesome, I just want to label it right. And if they say loyalty, perfect. You just keep the discount by staying loyal. No pressure, no extra obligations, and no weird expectations. If they say it's sponsorship, also perfect. Now you can start building a real partnership with a real path upward. And to be clear, this isn't just theory. My first discount sponsorship was with the local tire shop. And at first, it looked like just the same thing everyone else gets, a bit of a deal. But I didn't want to assume. So I asked that exact question. Is this just a loyalty discount, or are we actually calling this a sponsorship? And asking for clarity was respected, and it actually transformed it into a sponsorship where it could have just stayed as a loyalty discount otherwise. And the second we labeled it, everything changed, because now it wasn't just hooking me up. Now it was an agreement. They support me, I create value back. And because it was clear, it gave us something to build on. And here's the part most athletes miss. That tire shop deal didn't stay a discount deal forever. It expanded. And I'm going to tell you exactly how that happened in the next level, because it's the same path any athlete can follow without sounding desperate or entitled. Why do brands even do discounts at this level instead of just paying cash? Well, because discounts are the easiest yes to a brand that they can give without risk. They're basically saying, we'll support you, but we're still testing you. So what are they testing? Well, they're testing if you follow through. They're testing if you're easy to work with. They're testing if your content makes them look good. And they're testing if your audience matches their buyers. They're testing whether you understand the truth about sponsorship. Support grows when value goes back the other way. And this is why most athletes get stuck at level 1 forever. So the move at level 1 is simple. Get the discount, label it what it actually is, and then pick one relationship you actually want long-term and prove your worth expanding with. By the way, if you don't already know who I am, I raced at a pro level in snowmobiling, and I've worked with sponsors from local shops to global brands. And now, through my company, the Action Sports Club, I help action sports athletes use social media and sponsorship to cash flow through their sport. Level 2, soft sponsorship. This is where the support turns into free product or free services. Not a paycheck yet, but the brand is now covering real costs for you, and that is still a sponsorship. A soft sponsorship is simple. They give you product or services, you give them value. And the value isn't just posting about them. Value can be content for sure, but it can also be referrals, events, being present at their booth or at their shop, bringing customers in, product feedback, testimonials, community access, or simply just being the athlete they can point to and say, yeah, we back this person. Now, level 1 and level 2 are connected. Level 1 is them testing the relationship, and level 2 is them saying, all right, we like what you're doing, we're going to support you more. But level 2 adds one big thing. Can you create real world results for them without needing to babysit you? Now, most soft sponsorships come from endemic brands. Now, endemic just means inside of your sport. If you're a snowmobile athlete, endemic brands are things like helmets, goggles, boots, belts, clutch parts, suspension. It's stuff that your sport already needs and stuff that you already buy. Non-endemic brands are outside of your sport. Think like trucks, tools, insurance, banks, workwear, phones, even local businesses that want attention. And this matters because endemic brands can support you with product or services really easy. And that's why level 2 is super common with them. But non-endemic brands often don't have a product that directly helps you compete. So when they sponsor, it tends to look different. Why do most athletes get stuck at level 2 forever? Well, because they treat it like they made it. They get a few free boxes, do the bare minimum, then they just disappear. Or they collect free product from a bunch of competing brands at the same time. And that's the trap. When you're kind of supported by everyone, you're important to no one. No brands feel like you're their athlete, so nobody upgrades the relationship with you. So let me make this real by sharing my tire shop example. It started as a discount deal. We clarified what it was, we labeled it properly, and treated it like a real partnership, not just with posts, but with actions. I showed up, I kept it consistent, I sent people their way, I made it easy for them to keep supporting me. And because of that, the deal grew. The discount sponsorship turned into free product for our trucks, our trailers, and our dirt bikes. And that's level 2, real costs removed. This way you can compete more, you can travel more, and invest more into your program instead of just constantly bleeding cash. We didn't stop there. We eventually expanded that relationship into paid, not by randomly asking for a check, but by collaborating with them on something that created a bigger win for their business. But more on that later. The brand is starting to notice. That's when level 3 becomes possible. Level 3, performance sponsorships. This is where sponsorship gets super simple. You don't get paid up front. You get paid when you create a result. Is that sales, maybe leads, bookings into their calendar, people walking into the shop and saying your name? That's why these are also called affiliate marketing or referral marketing or partner programs, revenue share programs. It's all the same core idea. So how does it actually work? A brand gives you a way to track results back to you. And that could be a unique link or a checkout code, a dedicated email or phone number to contact through, even in-store code words. Then every time a sale or a lead comes through that tracking, you get paid either on a flat rate or a percentage. Now, why do brands love this model? Well, because it's measurable. They're not paying for exposure. They're paying for outcomes that they can actually see in real numbers. So what's the upside for you? Well, this is one of the cleanest ways to prove you're valuable without needing to be the biggest name in the sport. The second that you can point to track results, you're not guessing anymore. You're not selling vibes, you're showing proof. And that proof is what you use to climb into paid deals later. The downside, and I'm going to say this straight, commission deals are also where athletes get played if they don't understand what they're doing. Some brands use a commission as a workaround so they don't have to support you up front, and they only pay you for bringing in sales. And if you don't have an audience that trusts you, or you don't know how to drive performance, then you're going to make basically nothing. Here's the rule. Performance sponsorships are insanely powerful when you actually know how to drive results the right way. For me, learning performance-based marketing was one of the biggest skills I ever built because it taught me how to create measurable value for a brand on purpose, not by accident. That's what separates commission that pays for gas and commission that turns into real money. What kind of numbers can you expect at this level? It varies, but the format usually looks like either a percentage of each sale or a flat amount per lead or per sale. And you'll also see offers that bundle it with a discount for your audience and a commission to you. Now, here's a key attraction piece that most athletes miss. Affiliate links and discount codes, they're useful, but they do come with friction because the buyer knows that they're being sent somewhere. And it can feel like a sales pitch, even if it's not. But when you get good at this level, you start doing something more powerful. You can create demand first. So you get people asking you, hey, where do I get that? And then you can direct them to the brand in a way that feels organic. More like a recommendation from a friend, not a sales rep pushing a link. And when that happens, the traffic converts better and the brand trusts you more, and you can justify higher value because you're not just sharing a code or posting it all over your socials. You're generating real buying intent. And when you track it and show proof of performance, this can make it easier for the brand to expand that deal with you. And that's how you leverage performance data into paid deals. You're not asking them to take a chance on you. You're showing them what you already did and what you can do again. And commission deals are where you learn whether your audience actually has buying power. And once you can prove that, that's when the conversation shifts from working for free or percentage to how much do we need to pay you. Level 4, financial sponsorship. This is the level everyone thinks sponsorship is. Real money, not just discounts, not just free product. A brand actually pays you. And that can look like a monthly retainer, paid per post, paid per event, a bonus when you hit certain targets, travel support, or just straight up, here's your yearly deal. And here's why level 4 is different from everything before it. At levels 1 and 2, the brand mostly is helping you reduce costs. At level 3, you're paid only when you generate a result. But at level 4, they're paying you before the results show up, which means you're no longer an athlete they like. You're a marketing partner they're investing into. What do brands expect when they're paying real money? Well, they expect professionalism, clear deliverables, clear timelines, and of course, clear communication. They expect you to show up like somebody running a business, not someone hoping to get lucky. And they expect you to protect their brand. They expect you to represent them consistently. And they expect you to be able to explain in simple terms what they're getting for their money. At level 4, it's not support, it's a budget. And budgets get questioned. What does it take to get here? Well, it takes proof, not hype. Proof that you can create value. And that might be commission results. It might be in-store traffic. It could be lead volume that you've generated. It could be content performance that clearly drives intent for your audience to buy. But the main thing is you've already shown them you can produce outcomes and you can do it consistently. And you've made it easy for them to believe one thing: if we pay this athlete, we'll get more of what's already working. Why do most athletes never make the jump from free product to paid? Well, it's because they never earn leverage. They stay stuck thinking, if I post a couple times, they should pay me. But brands don't pay for effort. They pay for results. They pay for reliability. And of course, reduced risk. And a lot of athletes accidentally do the opposite. They take free product from 5 different brands, they're inconsistent, they don't communicate, they don't track anything, and then they ask for cash. And then the brand's like, for what? So here's a quick client story to show what level 4 actually looks like in real life. We had a student who was working a normal 9 to 5, racing on the side, and trying to piece together support wherever he could. He got serious about 2 things: building real sponsor value and building content that actually turned into attention, trust, and sales. And over time, it stacked. Sponsor money increased, content monetization started kicking in, and eventually he quit his job and went full-time racing. Not because one brand saved him, but because he built multiple income lanes around his sport, and sponsors became one of those pieces of the machine. And that's the real win at level 4. You stop asking brands to take a gamble on you, and you show them a working model, and you invite them to plug into it. So you're getting paid. You have 1, maybe 2, maybe 5 brands paying you to represent them. But there's still one more level. And it's where the real security comes from. Level 5, brand ambassador. This is the top level. This is full partnership. Not just they pay you, this is you're one of their people. What is a brand ambassador deal, and how is it different from just being paid? A paid deal can be simple. You do a few deliverables, they pay you, done. A brand ambassador deal is deeper. It's longer term, it's built on trust, and the brand is thinking about you as part of their team, not just a marketing expense. Quick heads up here, because this is where people get tricked. Some companies slap the word ambassador on a deal that's really just a discount, maybe a little bit of free product, and maybe a commission link attached. That's not a true ambassador partnership. That's level 1, level 2, and level 3 mixed together with a fancy label. Don't get hypnotized by the title. Always look at the actual deal. Is there real money? Is there real commitment? And is there real access and integration with the brand? Or is it just, here's 20% off code for you and your buddies? Because those are very different worlds. Now, here's what a real ambassador relationship usually looks like. You're on a longer agreement. You have clear expectations on both sides. They're investing in you around the calendar, not just a one-off post or project. And they might involve you in product launches. They might get your feedback before things drop. They might feature you in their marketing. They might bring you to events, and you're not just posting, you're actually representing them. You're a public face that people associate with that brand. What does it take to get there? 2 things: proof and trust. Proof that you consistently create results, and trust that you won't be a liability. because a brand ambassador is a reputation bet. Now, the trade-off at this level is usually exclusivity. Most real ambassador deals come with rules. You can't rep competing brands in the same category. Sometimes you can't even be seen using a competitor's products. And that's not the brand being controlling, that's just the brand protecting their story and how they are seen in the market. At level 5, you're not just a sponsored athlete. You're part of their identity. This is why you don't really pitch for this level. You have to earn it. So let me give you a real timeline example here. That same student who came in working his normal 9-to-5, racing on the side and trying to piece together support, in about 18 months working with us, between sponsor support and content monetization, he was able to quit his job and go all in on racing. And then here's the part that most people don't realize. That wasn't the finish line, because about 24 months after, he earned an actual ambassador position with his main manufacturer. He started doing private shoots with the brand, he started doing R&D for the next season's products, and he got on payroll. That's what this level looks like. If you do the earlier levels properly, this doesn't have to take 10 years. It can happen faster than most people think. So that's every level of sponsorship, from free product to full brand ambassador. Most athletes get stuck at level 1 forever. But the ones who actually build careers understand that each level is a stepping stone. So if you want help actually moving up the ladder and landing real deals, grab my book, The Modern Playbook for Sponsorship and Cash Flow. It'll show you exactly how to climb from discounts and free product to performance deals, paid sponsorships, and real partnerships without sounding desperate or begging brands in the DMs. And the best part is, you can start using it this week, even if your following isn't huge yet. I'll see you on the next one. Stay deadly. I'm out of here.